Next question is, what's your honest opinion of Metallica's Black Album, Load, Reload albums, as well as Saint Anger? Ever listen to them regularly, or just stick to their classic 80s albums? Well, to answer that, those albums specifically aren't my favorite Metallica albums. My favorite Metallica albums are the first four. But there are some joints on there that I like. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't like the drum sound of Saint Anger. That bothered me. But the actual track Saint Anger isn't a bad track. It's just, it's not on the level of the older shit. Basically, I stopped listening to metal after, by the time the Black Album dropped. You know what I mean? I started doing hip-hop full-time. So I wasn't really checking for the metal, so I wasn't really feeling maybe the same way that a lot of y'all, maybe who maintained listening to metal all through the 90s and started getting into Pantera, and maybe you got mad at Metallica, you know what I mean? Because you felt that they weren't dropping records the same way, or maybe you thought they were selling out or whatever. Someone like me, I stay envisioning in my head, embedded in my skull, Metallica is Kill 'Em All, Ride the Lightning, Master of Puppets, and Justice for All. And I have a great, huge life bond with those records to the point that I could never, ever view Metallica negative. You understand? So whether or not those records were up to par or not, it doesn't make a difference to me, because if you really think about it, right? If you analyze shit, how many groups ever dropped 4 banging albums in a row? Not many. You know what I'm saying? It's a rare thing that a group can drop consistently that many bangers. And if you you add them all up, you got about, at least 40 songs that are fucking incredible. And anyone who has 40 incredible songs to me is going to be up there with the Beatles and up there with, your favorite group or anybody who's ever really done monumental shit. So for me, I peep Metallica a little bit different than a lot of people for a couple of reasons. First of all, I play guitar. So me playing guitar means I have a lot of respect for James Hetfield. You know what I mean? And a lot of those riffs. And if you ever try to play those riffs, you know what I mean? Try to play a track like Master of Puppets or anything off Kill 'Em All, or, if you try to play Disposable Heroes, and you appreciate the complexity. And for me, it's not even about that specifically, because I know there's all these groups that do super technical shit. Metallica were just technical enough right there where it wasn't over the top, and the riffs were still brutal. In perfect conjunction with Lars Ulrich on drums, you know what I mean? And those 4 records to me make me a fan for life. I would never disrespect Metallica. I would never go, oh, you didn't do good enough, or you didn't do that. You could do that with any artist. Me being a rapper that has dropped, a certain amount of records, and people could talk shit and say, yo, Necro, I don't like your new shit, or I don't like what you're doing now, but what about the contribution I've done? You know what I'm saying? You don't disrespect an artist. You can't disrespect Paul McCartney because you don't like Wings. You know what I'm saying? You got to give him his dap for what he did in the Beatles. You know what I mean? You can't. You could be a dick, you know what I mean, and talk shit, but really, who the fuck are you to talk shit when you haven't even made one album? Make one banging album. Then worry about 2, 3, and 4. So, to me, I'm all about the first 4. I could listen to Fade to Black 1,000 fucking times, and it hits me right in the heart every time. I could listen to Disposable Heroes till I'm 80. You know what I'm saying? I could put on No Remorse, 4 Horsemen, Phantom Lord. You know what I mean? Listen to the Cliff Burton bass solo, Hit the Lights, Battery. You know what I'm saying? Blackened. These songs, forever, I can listen to them. Leper Messiah, they're up there with the best Black Sabbath has ever done. You know what I'm saying? Up there with anything incredible Megadeth did. Up there with anything that I love from Obituary and Sepultura. So, for me, the Black Album, it's not in the same level. You know what I mean? There's maybe them first four, and maybe Load and Reload are lacking, but Metallica still get on stage at 50 in front of a crowd of stadiums all over the world and play, Creeping Death. You know what I'm saying? And fucking destroy it like it's fucking the 80s. I mention that song because a lot of times they open up the set with that. And that fucking track's incredible. You know what I mean? And then they'll play, all different shit that the fans like. You know what I mean? Like they'll rock Sad But True. You know what I mean? Joints like that. They're cool. If you mix in some of the joints from their later albums and it's mixed in with the first four, you're going to enjoy this shit live. This shit is incredible. Metallica is an incredible experience live. So for me, I have a respect for them dudes. James Hetfield, Lars, Kirk, on a level. Rest in peace, Cliff Burton. You know what I'm saying? Salute, Cliff. I actually cried when he died in 1986. I was 10 years old. You know what I mean? When I got the news, that shit hit me right in the heart. That fucked me up. I was living in the projects in Brooklyn. So, I'm just a loyal Metallica fan for life, man. Like what they did, I don't believe I artistically have come on that level to deliver something that monumental. So, unless you can do better than them, you need to salute them. So Metallica, salute. Respect.